I checked the door 5 times, but I still don't feel certain it's locked. OCD isn't about being neat or organized. It's about your brain getting stuck on doubt and needing certainty that never comes. The checking doesn't bring peace, it feeds the cycle. You're not broken. You're human. I'm human, with a brain that works differently. Let's talk about it on the porch. Welcome to Season 2 of Wisdom from the Porch with GP, your sanctuary for mindful living, personal growth, and practical wisdom in a world that never stops. I'm GP, and whether you're joining me from your morning commute, a quiet corner of your home, or simply taking a moment to breathe, I'm so glad you're here. This is a space where we explore the art of thriving as modern millennials, navigating the complexities of life, career, and relationships with intention and grace. From cultivating inner peace and mastering your finances to building authentic connections and embracing your entrepreneurial spirit, I'm here to share insights, stories, and guided practices that empower you to live a life of purpose and fulfillment. So settle in, take a deep breath, and let's embark on this journey together. Welcome to the porch. You know that feeling, right? You've left the house, you're halfway down the street, and that thought pops into your head. Did I lock the door? So you go back, you check, it's locked. You walk away and then, but what if I didn't turn the key all the way? So you go back again and again. That's not just being forgetful. That's the loop of obsessive compulsive disorder, or OCD. It's a neurodivergent experience that's so much more than the stereotypes of being a neat freak. It's about a brain that's wired to seek certainty in a world that's full of what ifs. It's exhausting, it's isolating, and it's what we're talking about today. So let's get this out of the way. OCD is not a personality quirk. Let me say that again. OCD is not a personality quirk. It's a neurobiological condition. The neurodivergent brain, in this case, gets stuck in a loop. First, there's an obsession, an intrusive, unwanted thought, image, or urge that causes a ton of distress. In our example, it's the thought that the door is unlocked. And in full transparency, I go through this routine every night before I go to bed. I go around and check that every door is locked. Sometimes 2 or 3 times. The repetitive behavior or mental act that you feel driven to perform to try and ease that anxiety. That's the checking. The problem is, the relief is temporary. The compulsion just reinforces the obsession, teaching your brain that the only way to get a moment of peace is to perform the ritual. It's a cycle of doubt and temporary relief that never leads to true certainty. It's like an itch that only gets itchier the more you scratch it, and it can apply to anything. Fears of contamination, worries about harming someone, the need for symmetry. The core of it is the brain's intense discomfort with uncertainty. So how do we live with a brain that's constantly screaming danger where there might be none? A big part of it is learning to sit with the discomfort. It's about acknowledging the thought without giving in to the compulsion. It's terrifying at first. It feels like you're ignoring a fire alarm. It feels like you're ignoring a fire alarm. But with practice, you start to teach your brain that you can tolerate the uncertainty. You can have the thought about the unlocked door and not go back to check. You can feel the anxiety, let it be there, and watch it eventually fade on its own, without the ritual. This is the foundation of a therapy called exposure and response prevention, or ERP. It's not about getting rid of the thoughts. It's about changing your relationship to them. It's about reclaiming your life from the cycle of doubt. It's about understanding that your brain is just trying to protect you, but its alarm system is a little too sensitive. You can learn to trust yourself, even when your brain is full of doubt. Living with OCD is a journey of learning to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. It's about accepting that certainty is an illusion, and that's okay. It's about giving yourself grace and compassion, especially on the hard days. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. And you are so much more than the sum of your compulsions. If this resonates with you, know that you're not alone. There are so many of us out here, figuring it out, one uncertain moment at a time. And we're all here for each other. That's what we're talking about on the porch today. Thank you for joining me today on Wisdom from the Porch with GP. I hope our conversation has offered you a moment of reflection, a spark of inspiration, or a practical tool to navigate your journey with greater ease. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on these valuable conversations. Until next time, remember to find your wisdom on the porch. Take good care, and from my heart to yours, keep thriving.